on the fly, don't worry about it, you know, a little bit here and there online. But yeah, QuickBooks is awesome.
I'd say it's for somebody that's been doing it for a couple of years and they've got quite a few sales, and as they're starting, they start out with something simple. I know people that start out with it handwritten on a piece of paper and in a shoebox.
Yeah, definitely
you know what?
sell until you get
It worked.
more.
Yeah.
It worked.
It worked.
I've got a computer, but I have stickman figures on the screen, so it's just not
It's
fast.
got the first Apple computer.
But
But,
it'll give you
Atari.
your chart of accounts, you know.
but if you don't document as you go by the week or by the month or by off your credit card, I use one credit card for everything with real estate, and it's with Southwest Airlines, and I get points for everything, so I have
I
enough
need
points to
points.
fly around the world a few times right now because of COVID. And I plan to use them, and I will use them. But, you know, my husband and I fly for 2 round-trip tickets to Florida, $22. Yeah, I'm gonna use myself.
I have a really good Excel spreadsheet I can email to you.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
you might put one in boxes for something
Yeah,
for them
I
to
can.
have to start with. But, you know, I thought while we're talking about year end and in 2020 and 2021, 2020 has been an interesting year. It's been a challenging year. We did not expect the market we had at all. We kind of thought it was going to go, oh my God, how much money do I have in the bank and how long am I going to make it? Pretty much that's what we thought. But as soon as people kind of went, well, I got to clean my hands, and I got to wear my mask, and I got to stay distance. I've heard a lot of people say 2020 is 2020 vision. I can't say that that's not true, because it gave a different perspective on what is important to you. Your family's important to you. You know, being around your family, you may not have had time to spend time with your family. Well, now you can't spend time with anybody else. So all the stuff that you thought was important, partying or out visiting or out hoorahing, now is become we're zeroed in on family, which is most important. But we've had an amazing year. We topped last year's numbers in August. Uncle Sam's gonna be happy. But it's been an amazing year. One of the driving points of this is Texas and Florida have a very strong economy.
Amen.
Forney, Texas has a very strong economy. Terrell, Texas has a lot of new businesses there. Their outlet is sold. They're getting more businesses there. The state hospital is still doing well. Of course, there's plenty of crazies to go along with that, but and I'm just telling you, our economy is strong here. We have Amazon coming here. We have Goodyear coming here, or it's here. It's huge. It takes up the whole right side of 80. It's ugly. I don't know why they put it there, but it is there. It is a volume building business for the economy booster. You've got so much business going up in Plano. We have George Bush right here. So our economy is strong. We're less volatile than every other state. Us in Florida, we're less volatile. Meaning we're going to be strong. Interest rate's amazing. It's keeping us strong. When you can lock on a house at 2.5% on a 30-year note, lock me all day long. I heard, and I only heard because I called them on a farm and ranch loan. I deal a lot of land. I like land. I grew up in the country. But USDA offers 1.5% on a 40-year amortization on land with a little bit of money down, like 5 to 20% down. You can do 2.5% with 0 down.
What is it?
USDA land loan.
That's what we need.
USDA land loan.
Write that
Well,
down,
we got
folks.
some land.
I have the direct contact to the Ennis office. That's their branch, their main branch. You go straight to them. They have 2 loan officers there. It takes 90 days to close it. But at 1.5%, who really gives a rat tail if it takes a year? And they're still offering the same rate. So, yeah, our economy is strong. There's a lot of people coming from, we had some people, yes, I'm going to say this on social media, but we had some people drive by one of my listings. They clicked on Premier Legacy. They found our office address. They walked in the back door. I call this the back door. If anybody walks in here, they come in the front. They walked in the back door. They sat down in the chairs. I heard her talking to them, and I was like, that house under contract. She doesn't know. She's not a realtor yet. I scooted, and they said, we're from the Republic Nation of California. Or what was Socialistic Republic or whatever from California. And we want the hell out of there now. And we want our children to come and buy on the same land with us. We just need a guest house. And we want out now. Can you help us?
It's happening over and over and over.
I
Can you help
know.
us? And I have people right now that said Colorado's lost their minds. We're leaving. They're doing crazy things. Nothing makes any sense here. And we want out now. Well, I'm driving to DFW to pick that one up. So, you know, it's we're gonna still be doing well. It's you may have to look for it. You may have to listen to people. People do not think the way they thought before. Things have to make sense to them. Financially, family-wise, where their location is, what their rhyme or reason is. You have to listen, and you have to follow their dream, because it's what they desire. It may not be what we think is best for them. It's what they desire. And one day, and this was no joke, I looked at the number to see if the same call was calling me. I was like, why does this keep happening? 5 times in like less than an hour, I had the same phone call from different people. We want 10 to 15 acres out in the country to build a house in the middle of.
Yep.
And this happened. And I don't know what went across social media or across the news at that point. I didn't have time to look at the news.
Don't really care.
But whatever it was, 5 people called wanting 10 to 15 acres to build in the middle because they wanted to be away from people. We grew up in the country. We know what that's like. We want to be away from people. They want their distance. They want out of the city. And Brooks Kelly is one of my go-to lenders. He will flat tell you everybody wants out of the city and they want out now. They want out now. And you know, and yes, we got the little vaccine coming, and great, whatever. We do have a vaccine coming, and it's probably going to save many, many lives. We hope it does. There's some people that definitely will need it that can't get over it because it can't kill the virus, so it's got to help. We hope. But at the same time, there's people that want to distance themselves. So, and these are serious, serious people. They are very serious about getting to the country. So, I've watched Kiplinger, I've watched Realtor.com, I've watched, what's his face?
Tucker Carlson.
No, what's the guy that has the Margaritavilles?
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett?
I've watched their opinion.
We know that.
You know he's a real estate broker, right?
I did hear that.
Okay.
He's brilliant too.
Yeah. 2021. Everybody's afraid of it. Why? Because we feel like eventually foreclosures are coming. That's not a horrible thing. There's investors that's been sitting and waiting for D-right property. You know what I'm talking about? They're waiting. Are they going to buy right now?
No,
No.
the second. It's coming.
They don't like to buy at the top and sell less.
Sell for less. Yeah, they want to buy, and well, they know it's coming.
Yep.
And they're watching for it. Now they are buying land at pretty close to the top because they've seen it surge, and they know it's going to surge more. So they are paying some pretty good money for
Yes, they
land,
are.
and a lot of them are holding it to develop as things go east because we went from 3,500 an acre to over 10 to 15,000 an acre in a matter of no time out east,
Wow.
and it's because where else is there to build?
That's it.
You see a subdivision going down the street from you, there's no dirt. There's dirt east, there's dirt way south now, it's getting pretty far on out there. West is already to the other side of Fort Worth, north is all the way to the Oklahoma border. So we're running out of dirt. So pretty much east is a hot number right now. Fine with me, I don't get lost there.
We're positioned well.
from the Mesquite to East Texas,
Thank you,
Highway
Lord.
80, 20,
Well, they think 40 and Carroll is getting like out of.
the country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now
Mhm.
we're just
Yeah,
gonna
it
move on
is.
to Wills Point and further, and it's gonna keep getting further
Mhm.
and further.
Yeah. And I mean, I know
What makes the
agents
name
that-
Mesquite? I mean,
Yes,
Mhm.
it
it
is.
is. It is.
It's becoming a city.
And you guys in Mesquite don't give up, cause they're still coming from Dallas over to Mesquite.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I think,
and it ripples.
was it, the Makers, I can't think of, their building right there in Mesquite. Some
Bloomfield?
townhomes,
Oh,
History maker.
History
a
Makers.
history maker,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're building right by my house, some townhomes actually. They got that big piece of land by, across from the park, right there.
They've branched out to do some different stuff other than just small single-family homes.
Mhm.
They've branched out.
Yeah.
A lot of the big builders are branching into developments that will house the beginning kids to the grandmas to the great-grandmas in the same neighborhood. Generational building is what they're doing. So it's interesting for investors to do that. I've talked to more big, deep pocket money investors in the last month than I've talked to in a long time. And they're ready. They're waiting. They're waiting. So as right now, presently, tenants can't be evicted.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to pay your rent.
Well, eventually you do.
But you will.
All of us in this room pays our
And what were you saying about the car, like with the car dealership this past weekend? All the people that had the 6 months.
Yeah, my interest rate was not what I'm used to. I'm used to 0.
Mm-hmm.
I have excellent credit and I'm used to 0. Because they did the 6 months no payments and now the 6 months are past and people are starting to default. Now it's affecting the new car's interest rate.
Yep.
Ah.
So,
That's how they work.
And production, they're having, like, making vehicles, they're not making them as quickly, so inventory is low.
and they got a lot of areas that the plants are shut down.
Yeah.
So it's really affecting, but, I think our interest rate is going to stay pretty close, hover in the 3s, maybe 4s, which is a great rate. I mean, my God, my first one was 9.5% variable. So, well, y'all are just young.
I don't wanna talk about what my first rate was.
What you can watch for with the low rates is you can watch for hyperinflation. So these real estate prices are gonna continue to surge upward. Building costs are gonna surge upward. If you own a home, upward is good. If you're trying to buy a home, it's not as
You're
good.
right.
Yeah, the market for builders, their costs have gone up nearly 30% on new construction.
The good news is if they're coming from California, we're
It's
still-
gonna be
we're still-
right in line with their
man.
budget.
Yeah.
I have one from California that bought on 2.5 acres. They bought the ranch. That's a ranch.
There you go.
When you throw a ball from one end to the other end, it's not a ranch. So, but they think they bought the ranch and they're real excited. So
Perspective.
they put their house on the market in California at 27 showings day one.
Wow.
Sweet. So, I think we're gonna be fine. I think over time, because tenants aren't paying, landlords are stressed, and people they can't foreclose right now. So when all this lifts up, the waters are gonna get muddy, and it's going to be an investor's haven. And it's gonna be a great opportunity, so as many investors as you can get under your belt and be ready. There's 145 REO foreclosure listings on the MLS as of yesterday. That's quite a few compared to what we've seen. I mean, I even saw some in the 65,000 range at Cedar Creek Lake. Very unusual. Don't see it. So there's some real big ones that have foreclosed, like people went out and bought multi-million-dollar properties. And of course that was the first place they built on when things got tight. So, like I said, what I'm seeing is, that's what I'm seeing. They think we're gonna sell through 2021, we're gonna have a grand year. 2022, start getting a little bit different, but it's just gonna be a different market. So we prepare for the market and then we're not overcome by it.
That's right.
We're not like we were in 08 when I walked in and everybody's leaving. Where are you going? I'm not riding this roller coaster anymore. I rode it for 30 years. I said, well, investors are buying right now. I ain't messing with those people. So, anyway, you have anything to add to the
I
market?
do, that's really
Don't you
really
get up
good-
here so
good-
they can video you.
a good insight, Kim, on the future, and I think we're gonna be good for some time because of the massive movement from California, Minnesota, New York, the various states where people are just tired of the craziness, and they want a stable place to raise their family, and they don't want the inner city, they want out in the rural areas. So we are very well positioned to help all of those people that are moving here, and a lot of people that are in the inner city will be moving out. So the rubber band will just keep getting wider and wider and wider, and we're in a great spot to service all of that business that's gonna come this way. So what I really encourage you to do during 2021, first of all, right now, at the end of this year, be gearing up for listings. Because when spring hits, you wanna have as many going as you can because they're gonna go just like that, okay? But you need to start your prep work now and start talking to people. Always be talking to people. Never lunch alone, never breakfast alone. Always be meeting with somebody, because that's your market. And if you wanna close more properties in less time, work with people that know you, like you, and trust you, okay? Your close ratio will be something like 7 out of 10 versus 2 out of 10 in a cold market. And some people are better than that, you know, and they can do better than that. But if you're not a super closer, you can still do 7 out of 10 if they know you, like you, and trust you. It's kind of all downhill when you do it that way. So always be meeting with people. And then in 2021, I encourage all of you to stack cash. Just stack as much cash as you can. If you're working a full-time job, use that to live on. Take your real estate income and put it up. Just put it up like you don't even know it's there. First of all, you've got taxes to pay. Don't get caught by surprise and not be able to pay your taxes because you spent every penny that you made. Secondly, your kids are gonna wanna go to college one day. Put some money away, okay? Start some accounts that are no look, no touch, and they're not put and take, okay?
They better get some
And
grants
if you
too.
need introductions,
Scholarships, right?
if you need introductions to people that can do that, Kim and I can put you in touch with people that can do that for you. Even if it's just 50 or 100 or 200 a month, do something automatic. For one thing, it's a great tax deduction. And another thing is you're not thinking about it, so it starts adding up over a period of time. But stack that cash, put it away like it doesn't even exist. And one day you'll be in a position, if you are working full-time somewhere else, to tell them goodbye if you so choose. Because you'll have enough money in the bank that you won't have to rely on that company that tells you when to come to work and when to go to the bathroom and all that. So if you look at every successful business person in the country, the people that do well, they employ other people, okay? They employ others. Kim employs people, I employ people. You can employ people too if you will learn this business and become adept at it and let us help you attract, train, and develop other people. You can grow your business as well so that we can get even more of the people that are coming to East Texas and beyond. So it's going to be a great year. You're working with a great team of people, and we have nothing but great things to look forward to. I'm so excited about 2021, I can't hardly stand it. That's all I got.
I think it's gonna be a grand year. Oh, I do have a contact for a self-employed pension plan. So I hear these people that say, you know, I'm self-employed, I don't have a pension plan. Well, you can set your own up, and it is a tax. It goes against what you're brought in. And to offset your taxes, it is tax deferred till you're 59 and a half. And it does help you on taxes. It kind of feels like you're double paying, but really you're double saving. You're saving on what you're paying Uncle Sam, and you're saving back for old age.
Well, taxes are fixing to go up, and it'll be significant to you if you will have some tax deferred and tax deductible accounts. So get with Kim, get with me, we have people that can do that for you, and it'll be worth your while. Again, even if you do 50 or 100 a month, you need to do something, get started. You'll wake up one day and your kids will be ready to go to college, and they'll say, do you have any money? And you'll say, oh my God.
And they grow up fast. It's like they're little, and the next day they're grown, and you know you have to plan for it.
If your kid's 10 years old, in 8 years, they're going. You know, in 8 years will go just like that. So.
The older you get, the faster it goes.
That's right.
Over 50 is what I say. Over 50 is like, I had the weirdest thing happen this last week. It was like, my mother-in-law turned 80. And last year, in like September, I asked the family, I was like, how old is she? Is she going to be 79 or is she going to be 80? No, it's next year. Well, I couldn't remember when it came to the 1st of December this year if it was which year we were talking about it. Until I realized, oh my God, she's turning 80 tomorrow.
Guys, it is my opinion
So,
that our
it flies.
government, for the most part, are trying to create an environment where people will be very, very dependent on the government, on big tech, where they can trace you, track you, guide your life. They know better than we do what is good for us, obviously, and all of that stuff. So, but the people that are really gonna get hurt by that the most are the people that don't have any money and don't have any backup. So that's why you need to save money, so you don't get caught in a situation where you're just broke. Because I can tell you right now, selling real estate or anything else, when you're broke, people are just gonna run from you because they'll know you're broke, okay? They'll know that you're desperate. Never be in a desperate situation. And that way you can sell with confidence, you can really serve people, and not always be in a bind.
Yep. And if you can put back 30% of every closing, put 15 toward in a tax account and 15 in a savings account,
Amen.
life will be grand. Life will be grand, and it'll stack up on you, and you'll have money to float you through. Because you're not always going to have a grand month. I don't always have a grand month. I may have 10 this month. I may have none next month. You know, it doesn't matter how long you've been in real estate. You're going to have better months than you have other months. And some of them are going to kill you, and some of them you're going to rest to recuperate through because the last month killed you. So
I don't know, right?
it just works that way. It
Also
comes to
encourage,
seasons.
I encourage all of you, whoever's team you're on, be in touch with your leader so that you don't be afraid that they're too busy to talk to you. That they want to talk to you. They don't want you to just wing it. That's not good for the consumer, that's not good for you, it's not good for the company, it's not good for your leader. So talk to them. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, pick up the phone. We're an open door here. We believe in, talking to our people, having an open situation.
57.
Anybody have any questions?
Oh, never mind.
Anything that y'all want to learn in the future?
I'm always anything with land.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Same
we're
thing.
interested.
Same thing
Land.
with land,
That's
yeah.
a good one.
I feel like I just can't grasp it.
Also, I would be interested in knowing how to find out, like I know that certain cities own like lots and properties and things like that they own, but they don't advertise them for sale. Like I would like to know, how do I find out
CAD?
what they have? Is that how you find out?
City of,
See, my
city of
brother
City,
worked for the
I would
city,
start
and I
with the
think,
city.
City of,
yeah. My brother kind of said the same thing, it was CAD,
okay.
because there's a lot of lots that are just sitting around with, that the city owns, you could get really good deals on.
We wear a lot of hats, and one of them is private investigator.
Yes, I'm figuring that
The other one
out.
is counselor, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
I mean, they have all kinds of stuff going on in different cities, and there's even cities out there that have grants towards improving homes. Well, it's not easy, because they put that seller through the mill of what level that house has to be before they process that grant. But there's all kinds of stuff out there.
Oh, cool.
So I think probably in the next month we need to bring in another lender and talk about new and changes. We have a big change. I'll talk about this one quick. I was hoping Ranger Title did our breakfast.
Thank you, Rain.
They couldn't stay. I guess they're closing. But they did our breakfast for us. Sarah Smith is my closer at Ranger Title here in Forney. She's awesome. If y'all haven't worked with her, she's my go-to. Just like Mike Villo is in Mesquite, and he's my go-to. But they have a new thing coming. I think it goes in effect February or March.
What do they have coming?
We got to start depositing option money at the title company.
Wow.
I haven't heard that, Kim.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Option money is going to be deposited at the title company.
Yes, easy.
Yeah.
And I think it is, and actually they could probably pay it on their wire.
I had one pay it by Venmo the other day.
I'm not doing it. I refuse.
It was $250.
Because that's mixing your funds with their funds. I don't like it.
No, they didn't pay me.
They
They paid
didn't
they directly to the seller.
Yeah.
The seller had a Venmo account. We got a receipt.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
He volunteered.
But anyway, that is it's coming. It's in the new track. It's just got voted in on, and I think it goes in effect the end of February. So as that comes to, it's a change on that that sheet. But it is paid our options and our distribution.
Yes, girl.
I was
Still
hoping
write
we
two
didn't
checks,
talk
but
about it,
I think it's